Morning, gents.
Morning,
I
mate.
think like everybody else, I think that the world needs to now accept there are two forms of boxing. There's people that want to earn some cash, and there's people that want to box. I mean, here's an idea for you. Just give me a number, what you think. What is the reported number of the amount of money that Daniel Dubois, the reigning and defending IBF champion, got for defending it against Anthony Joshua in front of a record crowd at Wembley? What do you think?
3 or 4?
Yeah. So it's 3.5 million.
Yeah.
So Daniel Dubois got 3.5 million quid for standing in there with Anthony Joshua. He did very well, clearly. But if he can think to himself, but hang on, so Tommy Fury fights KSI, dances around a ring like an idiot and gets 10 million. Or a 58-year-old man jumps in the ring with Jake Paul and gets 20 million.
I agree, Tom, but what would you rather watch?
Oh, God, I tell you what, I'm so glad that call with Frank Warren ended with talking about Usyk Fury 2. That's what we need to be concerned about.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
who cares about Jake Paul? Like, he's a guy that knows how to make money. That's great. I tell you what, if somebody offered me £20 million, Tyson Fury, Usyk, Dubois, whoever, to punch my lights out for 10 rounds, I'd get my gloves on now. Like,
I doubt if it would go 10 rounds with the greatest of respect, Tom, but thanks for the call. Here's Terry, another Leeds fan. Terry, good morning. You agree with Tom? Where are you with this?
Good morning.
Morning, Terry.
Sorry, can you hear me? Yeah, I think you let Frank off a bit lightly there, boys, because in my opinion, it's absolutely ridiculous what Dubois has done. I think it's just crackers. I mean, he could kill the bloke. He's a prime fighter, top of his game, against a YouTuber who's done very, very well, and he's a financial expert, clearly. He's going to fight. He could absolutely kill him. I mean, it's crackers to even.
But there's no parallel universe where Jake Paul's ever going to step in a ring with Daniel Dubois or Arthur Beterbiev. He'll step in a ring with Tommy Fury, and he'll step in a ring with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, because the Fury name sells with Jake Paul's acumen, the Tyson name sells, and they're not the real deal anymore. But Daniel Dubois is, so there's no chance that Paul's going to step into that ring with these guys.
That's what I mean about letting Frank Warren off lightly. He should have been saying he was completely. Yeah, he sounded to me like he might go ahead with it if the money were.
No, I mean Frank's got to walk a line between these guys controlling their own destiny. He can't tell Tyson Fury what to do. He can't really tell the heavyweight champion of the world what to do, Daniel Dubois. He can guide him. The influence that they have and the control of their own destiny. If Frank starts dictating what they will and won't do, he won't have a relationship with them. They'll just do what they want anyway. And they'll jettison their promoter.
Do you not think it was a ridiculous statement, though? If I were his manager, I'd be saying, you maybe should have said that. You know what I mean? That's not really having you.
It's kind of what Frank said.
Yeah.
It's kind of what, and I should imagine Don Charles, his trainer, will say the same thing. And probably his dad, who has been so instrumental in his career, that brought him up to be the heavyweight champion of the world. Everything in Daniel Dubois' life has about being the heavyweight champion of the world. But also, in the centre of it, is these guys want to get paid and they want to get big bucks.
And I don't know where, Terry, thanks for the call. I don't know where Andrew's coming from. Jake Paul's only been boxing for 4 years. Look at the names he's beaten. You could argue Jake Paul beat Tommy Fury and he would do very well against Usyk, as they're similar weight, and Jake packs a mighty punch. Andrew, I don't think so. Liam, Sunderland fan, finish this for us. Where are you at with this?
Oh, hey lads, good show as always. I think in terms of everything, I mean, there's two sides of the story here. You've got the social media side. You've got young kids, young teenagers looking and thinking, you know what, I fancy a pot of this. It's good for the community in boxing clubs as well. But the other side is you've got people going through the amateurs, the ABAs, and they're fighting for a little bit of a sniggle in the terms of the pros. And, you know, they're walking with a couple grand a month and they're trying to do what they can, do what they're ultimately there for. Whereas Jake Paul's no boxing experience, walking in thinking, you know what, woke up one day, I want to fight him, I want to do this, I want to do that. And I mean, I understand this, it's a money maker, but I think there's elements that are unfair as well.
Yeah, good call, Liam. We'll finish with Darren. He's been waiting patiently. Darren, so many calls in this, it never fails to amaze me. But this is what we're talking about this morning. This, no doubt, is a conversation. Top boxers calling out a YouTuber, Jake Paul. Are you having it?
No. Good morning, gents.
Morning, Darren.
I'm sick of hearing about this Jake Paul, right? There's genuine lads who work hard all their life trying to make a bit of money out of boxing, good lads, who don't get a sniff. And I'm sick of hearing this clown who thinks he can stop in a boxing ring, right? I would like to see either something like Carl Froch, who probably could do a bit, maybe Tony Bellew, and turn this fella into a quivering mess so he never sets foot in another boxing ring again. I'm sick of hearing about him.
But why? But what opportunity? But what I hear you. But what opportunity do you think he's denying anybody else? He's not stopping anybody else. He's not taking fights away from other fighters. He's not doing anything besides promoting himself to a gurning audience of 16-year-olds that seem to really appreciate it. And I look at it from the point of view is he doesn't fight anyone of any meaning. He's not a real boxer. He just brings some light on the sport. And so when we all get offended about it, I don't take it particularly seriously. And I don't think anyone is losing. At the moment,
Simon, I think Darren's point, correct me if I'm wrong, Darren, the day he fights a real boxer, then there is a problem for the sport. Well, am I right, Darren, in terms of its credibility?
Well, not really, because he'll get beat.
Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, in my opinion, but the way he comes across, he thinks he's some big time boxer.
Yeah.
And he's not, and he never will be. And boxing, the people need educating, right? Why they want to buy that dribble is
agreed.
The other night.
Agreed, Darren. But the tragedy of it is, they do. And this put 75,000 people in an auditorium, the same level that went to watch Canelo Alvarez versus Billy Joe Saunders.
Yeah.
And the tragedy of it for people like you and I that sit there going, I don't get it, is other people do.
Darren, thanks for the call. Thanks to everybody for getting in touch. There's blocks in Hitchin. Get Chisora to go in with Jake Paul. We'll see what happens then.
I tell you another one. Wayne can do one. He says, on the subject of boxing, when was the last time Simon picked a win in a fight? Yeah, I picked Better Beer against Bivol, Wayne. So wind your neck in.
On AM, on DAB, via the TalkSport app and on your smart speaker. TalkSport.